There he is.
What in the world?
It's his
Wearing
KFC-ness. Look at that.
why?
I got dressed up for you. I did it for you.
Why?
It's on his pants, too. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
I got dressed up for you, Greg. I did it all for you.
Where did you even find that?
It's one of a kind.
I hope so. Hope there's no more of those. I hope that's the only one in existence.
Oh man, it's finger looking good too.
All right, we got to find a new guest.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. KFC tracksuit.
If I only had some shell top Adidas on to go with my tracksuit.
That's just pure attractiveness right there. Pure attractiveness.
Peak.
Oh,
Peak
so much freaking people to watch today.
Peak live.
Are we level?
It looks pretty level. For the most part. Evening.
Level enough.
Evening. Paytrack Pangolin, are you not like?
Yeah, I can't remember where he's.
Where you at, buddy? Because it is definitely not evening here.
Nope.
Over the pond.
It is 1:00 Eastern Standard Time here.
Don't encourage him, Stephen Bartlett.
Encourage Stephen Bartlett. There's only one person that is anti, and that's him. I'm all for it.
I need to do some more reels in this outfit. I haven't done that in a long time.
Although, for real, where did you find that?
I don't remember.
Because it's pretty epic.
Yes, you do.
No, I really don't.
No way you don't forget where you get some monstrosity like that.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You made it.
I did. It's made from the KFC buckets. I just sewed a bunch of buckets together and.
By the way, did you look at that reel that he sent of the buffet?
I haven't had a chance now. There's a meeting all morning.
That's true. Guys, so Tib sent Greg and I a reel this morning of a buffet in a town not too far from him that looks fan-freaking-tastic. It had prime rib, it had steak, it had all-you-can-eat lobster tail and crab legs, and I don't know what else.
Of other things.
All sorts of seafood.
Wow.
It looks like heaven. And I almost jumped on a plane and flew to Rhode Island.
Shut that place down.
I would do my darndest. That's for sure.
All I is the lobster tail. I'd be so sick, but
it doesn't matter.
It'd be worth it.
I think I'd have one piece of prime rib. I'd have a lobster tail or two, and then about 82 pounds of crab legs.
Why not? Yeah. I mean, if you can.
I love prime rib, but I'm not even sure I'd bother.
Well, if you have, I mean, especially because it's Rhode Island, it's got to be semi-fresh, if not pretty fresh seafood that you can just have a buttload of.
No, so here's the thing. They're probably not, though, because in order to have a buffet that can afford to put lobster tail and crab legs out, they're probably
it's
importing
a month
ago.
It's $140 per person.
I would hope that it's fresh then. Yeah, it's not $39.99.
The lobster might be fresh. The crab legs, I don't know. Those look like really big crab legs.
It doesn't matter. It's still delicious. Looks delicious. Hey, Unknown, you're welcome. Half the reason we chased after Beskar is because of your persistence. Cheers to you, buddy. Cheers to you.
See, everybody likes the tracksuit, Greg. You're the only one.
You're the only tracksuit.
That's fine. Hater. If I'm the only normal one around here, I'm fine with that.
Oh, Steven's talking about Brazilian Steakhouse. Yes.
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 Now the one that we have, what is it? The one we've got around us? It's
Mongolian barbecue.
That's Mongolian barbecue is different. Mongolian barbecue is the one that you choose your own.
Choose your own stuff. You fill a bowl of raw stuff and you take it up and
Yeah, that's Mongolian. What he's talking about is the kind of place you go to and they literally just walk around with meat.
Oh yeah.
And carve it off.
I haven't had one of those.
Green light, red light.
The one that's by us. I just got an email from
today.
Nate,
is it the chain Fogo de Chao?
No, it's not Fogo de Chao. Texas de Brazil is the one that's by us. Fogo de Chao is the one that's in Vegas that you wanted us to go to, isn't it?
There's one in Rhode Island now too.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
The meat's always good.
I've never been to that.
You've never been to one of those?
But not one of the ones
You need to go because again they're pricey, but see you go in if you've not been to a Brazilian steakhouse, you go in. You're just paying a general cost for the meal. I don't remember. It's usually between $50 and $75, depending on what you do. You go in, you pay the general cost, and they give you a little token. One side's red, one side's green. When you're ready for meat, you turn your puck to green, and there's these guys walking around with literally spits of meat, and they carve off chunks of meat for you. And when you're ready just to eat, you turn it red, you eat. You're like, all right, I'm ready for more meat. You turn it green, and guys come by and they drop more meat. It's the greatest thing.
Stephen Bartlett just gave the best advice ever. Don't eat the salad.
Here's the thing,
they have a big buffet and a salad bar, and they're just trying to fill you up. Don't touch it.
I will say, though, the salad bars are actually fantastic.
I'm there for meat.
I'm not going to say that I'm not there for meat, but the salad bars are actually pretty darn good. Like fresh, good salad. They had lobster bisque the one when I was at ours recently. They had lobster bisque that was really, really good. So you really can't get angry about it.
Steven's sliding into your DMs with his cell phone over here, Nate.
Yes, he is. My goodness.
Date night.
Oh.
I told you, you are cute, especially with all that weight you're losing.
Yeah, trying my best. There's a reason I haven't been to Texas Day, Brazil in a while.
That's not going to help the diet.
No.
But hey, what if you were on the carnivore diet? It would be fine.
I mean, I guess that fits the bill of the carnivore diet, just pure protein.
Just eating meat and veggies.
Yeah. Well, carnivore, you don't even eat veggies.
Well, yeah, carnivore. But your diet, aren't you basically just eating meat and
pretty much
veggies? Yeah.
Pretty much. Eat meat, veggies, and fruit. That's basically it. But, yeah. Yep. Now, here's a real question, Tib. So so you've got those couple AKs, and now you have a KFC tracksuit. So when are we going to get a combo Slavic video of you in a tracksuit with your AKs? That's a real question.
Do I have to order shell tops first? Because I don't currently have a pair of shell tops.
That's okay. All right. Well,
I feel like if you're in a tracksuit suit, you have to wear Adidas shell tops. That just
you're
doesn't
not wrong.
right.
With that tracksuit, I don't think it matters. I think you could.
You know what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get fuzzy chicken slippers.
I was envisioning like a chicken hat. Is what I was.
And
you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
I guess that's not really a chicken though.
KFC AK.
That's a good one.
So if we go down the Buds, you got to wear that down the Buds gun shop.
Okay.
I think that would be the sale.
I'm not coming, but you should.
Is he wearing Adidas shoes? See?
Yeah,
Mr. JT knows what's up. If you're wearing a tracksuit, you got to wear Adidas. And no, I got Pumas though. Is that close enough? I got my Pumas on.
That's actually that is pretty close.
Somewhat.
That's pretty close.
There's a I don't know. There's something I want people to think about when they think about our brand when we're representing ourselves as a brand.
Is that it?
That's not it. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's a look.
I'll take it off if you want.
It's memorable, but I don't know in a good way.
I don't know. I think it's pretty.
You want me to sit here with no shirt on? That will really scar and make everyone unfollow you.
When you're hungry and looking for sponsorship.
Who doesn't like fried chicken?
Is your YouTube channel sponsored by KFC? That'd be pretty impressive.
That would be epic.
It's not, but I'm working on it now.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, speaking of all this chicken talk, my one question I had was chicken related. So I might as well ask now. Out of all the fast food chicken places, how do you rate them?
This is like a years-long debate in this shop.
I know. I didn't think we'd done this live though.
Well, that's true.
A KFC. Hold on. KFC tack traps.
I think is that a trademark issue?
It's definitely a trademark issue.
Would that be a trademark issue?
All right.
We could do a white tack trap with a black bow tie.
Be a penguin.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It's be a fancy one for when you're dressed up.
It's a tuxedo tack trap.
Tuxedo tack trap. Be James Bond.
All right. Well, that is a debate question.
Do we have no time for this?
I mean,
Give the short version.
go ahead, Greg.
All right. So, well, here's the basis of the conversation that we've had.
Ooh, Steven's got a good.
I disagree with Steven.
You disagree?
Yes.
I agree with that. All right. So, we have narrowed it down to like chicken strips, right?
Yeah, that's the hard part because all of them kind of do chicken differently.
So like based on chicken strips, like if you were to go restaurant by restaurant, you get the chicken strips and whichever, and you judge it by that. We actually don't count KFC.
It's just not good
because it's not. Yeah, they're not as good, and they're too big of a brand. I think not. No, these other brands. I don't even know.
Well, honestly,
I can't remember why we kicked
because
KFC
none of us liked it.
I mean, I like KFC, but
well, I mean, in terms of the thing, like if we put it against all of the restaurants, none of us were going to pick that one.
Yeah. So
not the top of my list.
So in our pool that we have here in Ohio, now I realize other states there's going to be other options. We have Raising Cane's, we have Chick-fil-A, we have Popeyes. I think it's mainly those three.
Those were really the three that we were debating.
Those are the main three that we talked about, and there's a couple of the little like other small outlier chains,
but they didn't really count.
But those are three that like we could drive 15 minutes in any direction and get to those. So gosh, it's been years. We've had that debate. So my answer has actually become complicated because I have things from each one that I like.
Yep.
I like all of them a lot, just kind of the mood because each one does things a little differently. I typically have been a Popeyes fan. I love their breading. Like it's a crispy, kind of spicy. Like I love their breading. Their blackened ranch dipping sauce. The thing that Popeyes has that the other one doesn't is like a bunch of different dipping sauce flavors to pick from. So I preferred that. I think Cane's has the best chicken. Like they give you the most chicken in a strip, and I think it's this. I would say Cane's is the best. Man, I don't know. Sorry, Cane's is probably might be best chicken. I just don't care for their breading, and their menu is lacking just everything else. Like you can. This is where Chick-fil-A comes in. Chick-fil-A is probably my go-to because there's the most to pick from there. I can get a frozen coffee or frozen lemonade, and I can get. Yeah, I get so much more at Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A is probably my go-to. My favorite breading would be Popeyes, and I think the best chicken is Cane's.
Ton, I've heard of Dave's Hot Chicken, but I've never had it.
I've heard of it, I've not had it.
So I can't speak to it. To be honest with you, I don't know if we have it around here or not. It may be around here, but I'm not sure.
I'm doing it, sure. Off topic real quick. Titanium NeoMag, where are we?
I finally got a hold of the guy, and he's working on some stuff for us.
We're working on the Titanium NeoMags. They're not easy to pull off. So it's been years since we pulled them off. So we're going back to the well on that.
So we'll get back to you on that one. It'll probably be a monthly custom shop here in the next couple months. Is what we'll say to you. It'll be sometime this year. I'll give you that. For me, chicken places. So I am not a fan of Popeyes. I've never been a fan of Popeyes. Popeyes is the bottom of my list, and it's always been there. I'm with you on the Chick-fil-A train where you can get basically anything chicken related at Chick-fil-A. Like you can get a sandwich, you can strips, little popcorn, chicken bits. Their milkshakes are to die for, which is one of the things that I love about Chick-fil-A. I think their milkshakes are great. They've got the frozen coffee. I actually am a big fan of their chicken sandwich in all of the forms, whether it's the plain to deluxe, spicy or not.
Did you get their pimento when they came out with?
I don't like pimento. I'm not a fan of that.
What?
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. But I like Chick-fil-A from that perspective, and I think their chicken's pretty good. But I'm a fan. I agree with you that I think Cane's chicken is probably the best chicken. I don't mind their breading. I like their breading, but I don't like the breading at Popeyes. That's the thing. One of the things I really don't like at Popeyes is their breading. I like the breading at Cane's. I like the Texas toast.
See, I don't want toast.
Well, I know.
I don't want to pay that. Like, it's not cheap. I don't want to pay that much for a meal to get a piece of toast.
But we've talked about garlic bread before, and my love of garlic bread. So I like good garlic bread, and I like to create a little garlic bread sandwich with a little bit of paint sauce, some chicken strips, and some French fries. Put it all into a thing and create a little
make a casserole.
Pretty much. It's pretty fantastic. It's a Cane's casserole.
Cane's casserole.
But
I didn't realize I was going to open up a can of worms with this question.
I'll tell you, we have years.
Dude, we've literally been fighting about this. This is not like when I say this has been a bit debate for years. The original progenitors of this debate have long since left the company, and it's still an argument.
Yep.
Every
time I go to Popeyes, I text the group my Popeyes meal.
Yeah.
So I will agree with. I said Popeyes has the worst quality control of any place. I don't know about that. I've not experienced that. But he says somebody said that Popeyes has more breading than chicken. I agree, and that's where. If I could put Popeye's breading on Cane's chicken, I think it'd be the best. Or if Popeyes could source from the same chicken place that Cane's is, that'd be great.
And honestly, and it may be, I will give Popeyes this, if that's true. I've only had Popeyes a couple times, and if that's true that their quality control is atrocious and it may be different from one location to another, it may just be that I've been to really bad Popeyes, but it was bad enough that I'll never go back. You know what I mean? Like, the couple experiences I had were just so atrocious that I won't go back. But
and I agree, like the coleslaw, that's my problem with Cane's. I think the chicken is really good, but nothing else there really. I don't think the fries are all that good. I don't want a piece of toast. The coleslaw is fine.
Chick-fil-A waffle fries are awesome.
Oh, the waffle fries are so good. The frozen coffee, the frozen lemonade. There's so much. So
that's why Chick-fil-A is my go-to. Will always be my go-to.
Yeah. So mine's a little simpler. I only get chicken sandwiches. I don't really get strips, so I can't talk about that.
Yeah.
But as far as chicken sandwiches, I go Chick-fil-A first, Popeyes second, KFC, and then Cane's. I only had Cane's once. It's new in Rhode Island, and it was not good.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
What is take a look at the some of these comments, these recent ones from Anderson. I don't know if you want.
I don't know what he's saying.
That's a different language.
I think it made it.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not very nice.
That's fine. That's fine. I appreciate the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Anderson. Somebody else I wanted to. Jordan, we'll come back to your 1911 question. Great. If you're still hanging around by the time we're done talking about chicken, let us know in the comments what's your go-to, what's your favorite chicken strip place, and what's your most hated chicken strip place. Put them in the comments. Yeah, there goes the KFC sponsorship.
Gone. Well,
for the right amount of money, they could go from third to first real quick.
That's fair.
If they put a couple commas behind that,
Shill for anybody.
See, I think KFC.
Just fried chicken. No,
I would say
I actually love their breading.
KFC is good, but I'm not going there for like a fast food thing. Like I'm gonna go there and order like a full family meal type thing, like a big bucket, and we'll get. You know what I mean? Like
what's the little mashed potato bowl thing? That's what I used to always get.
That was always a win. But like when I think of KFC, it's like, hey, you know what? We want to feed a big bunch of people. Let's go grab a big bucket of chicken, some mashed potatoes, some corn, all that kind of stuff, and go and make it, right? I don't think of it as my easy meal place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that's always how we've approached KFC was. And my in-laws, that was always a frequent thing for them. They don't do it as much anymore, but like as an easy Sunday family meal, it's like, well, let's run to KFC, get a chicken bucket with some biscuits and potato wedges and that kind of stuff. So that's what I've always thought about with KFC.
It looks like Michael's using a little Google Translate and conversing with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, is Mike bilingual and I don't know that?
I'm guessing he's translating. Most
Dino Nuggies. You know what, Patriotic Penguin, you win. Dino Nuggies is underrated.
I love that joke. When humans are extinct, are they going to make little human chicken nuggets in remembrance of us?
100%. But Dino Nuggies, that is a slept-on chicken conveyance.
What you can do at Cane's is you can trade the toast for another sauce, and you can trade the slaw for more fries. That's usually the way.
See, I would actually just get rid of the. I would trade the slaw for another piece of toast. I know, I understand, I get it, but
I have a whole loaf of bread.
bro, I like garlic bread.
I'm fine
He's
with
a
that. But
carbaholic.
if I pay $15 for a chicken strip lunch,
I
I don't
have-
want your 10-cent toast.
I also haven't eaten bread in like
Yeah, so you're probably being an even
like 6, 8 weeks, so it doesn't help. But
yeah, and I remember when I was down in Georgia visiting Blue Alpha, I went to one of the chicken chains down there. I'm trying to remember what it was. Some of you guys might be able to spit out some other names.
happy Wednesday to you, Brandon.
I've been trying to, as I travel, I try to go to other chicken strip places and try to get some experience.
Yeah.
Broaden my horizons, my chicken strip horizons.
That'll do it.
I've not found anything else that really knocks on the.
What's the name?
There's the door of the
hold on.
conversation.
There's one other place. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look it up because I can't remember. Hold, please.
I don't know if that's necessarily an industry that is probably worth tapping into. There are already so many players in that.
The chicken industry?
In the chicken strip industry.
Yeah.
Even Taco Bell has chicky nugs now.
Yeah, I saw that. Kind of want to try it.
My son was very excited.
Zaxby's.
That's what it was.
Zaxby's is not bad.
That was fine. I didn't think it was anything.
I mean, it's a southern place. I would put it over Popeyes, but again,
I would have put it at the bottom. I remember I had it. I'm like, yeah, this isn't.
But
I'd rather go to KFC.
I would actually. We don't eat fast food often, but I would rather go to Taco Bell than any of those chicken places.
Well, yeah, me too.
That one.
I agree with you on that one, Tim. I'd have a Crunchwrap Supreme 100% of the time over any of that.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Yeah, chicken is actually probably, and Greg knows this about me, of the fast food options, chicken is the bottom of my list.
I love chicken. I just love Taco Bell more.
Every time I get Taco Bell, like Taco Bell is always one of those things that sounds like a good idea, and then as I'm eating it, and I'm like, I would rather would have gone to Chick-fil-A or. Yep. All right, so I can't believe we've had this many people stick around this long for chicken chat, but we did have Jordan. You still around? You still here? Let us know if you're still here.
He's got a good question though.
What do y'all think, or why do you think? Why?
You can do it.
Why do y'all think the 1911 is so perfect? And then he says about the shape. I don't know if he's talking about the shape of 1911 or if he started, because then he did.
Then he talked about chicken.
Then he talked about chicken sauce. So I don't know if he was. I don't know which conversation.
We'll say the shape is about.
The shape belongs to.
Oh, Del Taco is
probably 1911.
Tom Locke's not wrong. Del Taco's pretty good. But 2 World Wars.
3. 3 World Wars. Too soon to be 3.
That's true.
Soon to be 3.
No, I mean the 1911 is a venerable. Well, I mean, I would not say it's perfect.
No.
I like the 1911, and obviously the 2011, which is just the 1911. Sorry, hate me in our comments if you want to. The 2011 is just the 1911 with 9mm and it's double stack now. I know that there are some differences, but arguably it's the same thing. From an outside appearances and how it operates on the outside from a user perspective is the exact same firearm. It's a perfectly fine firearm. I think there's some advantages to it. The trigger is almost always going to be better on a 1911 than any striker fired platform. The cheapest 1911 in the world is going to have a better trigger than any striker fired, just by the nature of what it is. But it's also more complicated than any striker fired pistol. I mean, just like you're dealing with like grip safety and stuff like that. There's simple things that makes it a more difficult platform to shoot that you can fix by not using it as your primary platform.
I think the grip shape and angle is definitely better than most striker fires, knocking on Glock more than anything else. And like you said, the triggers are always usually significantly better. And I think that's why a lot of people gravitate towards them. And with the double stack 1911s or 2011s, whatever you want to call them, you're not sacrificing capacity anymore, and that's part of the reason they've become so popular. Is you get the advantages without sacrificing your rounds. So,
And I think that's where there are companies and have been companies that have tried to blend the best of the two worlds. To me, the first one that comes to mind is Hudson, now Dana Defense with the H9. They tried to blend the grip shape and angle of a 1911 with with the striker fighter safety of internal safeties and that sort of thing. We all know how the H9 went, but I think that's more because of the. I don't think that was as much as because of the gun as I think it was because of the leadership of the company.
You mean the original?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I actually haven't shot.
I've not shot the Dana
Defense.
I actually own one of the H9s. I have one of the H9s. I think it's a fun, nice little gun.
It's a cool gun.
Yeah,
it's a cool gun.
it would have been cool to see that gun stick around longer. I've not seen a whole lot about it from people now. From Daniel, I think the price point of it for people is probably hard. If you're going to spend that much, get a staccato. And
it was tough with the recall they had too. I'm sure that turned a lot of people off.
Yeah.
When they put them out and had to recall the barrels or whatnot.
And now you have, and now you have companies like OA Defense and Staccato and the Platypus. You have these other companies that they're trying to come out with something kind of in between that uses regular, Glock or Sig mags. That don't have a grip safety. They're trying to kind of come back and blend the best of both worlds as well. I love my 2011s. I prefer shooting them, bar none, over anything else I have. But they're not. They're not perfect. But I'm a better shot with them.
Yeah.
I shoot a lot better with them, and there's a lot to love about them. There's more to love about them than I think there is to hate.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned I won't carry one.
Yeah. Patriotic.
Of a favorite gun. Now, I don't know if he's talking about a 45 1911 or 20 or 9mm, but I've carried my Staccato C before, C2. I've not carried my C yet. I need to get some more time on the range with it first, but I trust it. Like that, I've got well over 10,000 rounds through that gun, and it's a
great gun.
It's been fantastic.
No, I mean I like. I'm with Brandon DeFeo. Like 1911 was probably my first semi-auto gun that I shot. I grew up, my dad's old school, and so I learned my first pistol that I shot was a revolver, and then I followed that up with a 1911. So I still have the 1911, the original 45 1911 still has a very special place in my heart. It's still my favorite, probably my favorite pistol to shoot. That I still love shooting 2011s. They're probably my favorite to shoot. But I carry a striker fired, and I will probably stick to that for the most part. I mean, the price point, there is a price point discussion on that too. I mean, that it's just easier to get into a striker fired pistol than it is. That's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's definitely a paywall there that you have to be willing to get past, and and once you own the gun,
it's there.
That's over.
Yeah.
You paid your price. Now you're in. So that said, I did just order 2 CCS mags, 17 rounders.
How much was that?
160 or something.
Yeah, that's
bro. Like I've had this gun for a little while now, and I haven't been able to bring myself to do it. And I'm like, you know what? Like I'm trying to go shoot a steel match as soon as we're done here. And I was like, I want to shoot my C there, but I only have 2 mags for it. And I can't. You're not going to ever shoot many competitions with 2 mags. So I'm like, fine. So I ponied up and bought 2 mags. That's the paywall is rough. If you're willing to get past it, then once it's a one and done when you once you do that.
Somebody commented on the PSA 2011 coming out, and I think that would be very interesting if it hits the price they were talking about.
That'd be cool.
That will be interesting. And somebody else is making a sub $1,000 2011. I forgot who it is though.
Yeah, it's I see a couple people talking about. I think the P4. Brandon, are you talking about the Staccato HD series, the P4? It is actually interesting. We were just discussing this morning.
I just watched the 1911 Syndicate video on the HD this morning. Have you watched that, Tim?
No, I saw it was like an hour long, and I haven't been able to dedicate that much time.
He did a fantastic job on it. I'm a big fan of his.
His videos are awesome.
Yeah. He was very thorough on it. Now, there's nobody. I don't think there's anybody on YouTube that's got as much time with 2011s. 1911s.
1911 Syndicate has a lot of time with.
That's him. At one point, he pulls out 10 other 2011s. Half of them I hadn't even thought about before. I'm like, oh yeah,
he's got like the Sandhawk. He's
got all of them.
Yeah,
he's got custom ones. He's got he's got everything. So I'll back up to say, when I saw the HD at SHOT Show, like I was one of the guys that raced to Staccato check out this HD, partially because I literally several weeks before that just ordered a C. I was a little mad that I'm like, I just ponied up for a C, and then they dropped this new gun, which one of my biggest complaints with a 1911 2011 is the grip safety. Every now and then I grip so high on it that I actually push the grip safety out.
Yep.
Because I'm pushing up on the beaver tail to get my back hand in. It might not be, I guess it's a fault of the grip, but I grip so high on that beaver tail that I actually push out. So every now and then I get a dead trigger. So when I see Staccato come out with a gun that doesn't have the grip safety, I'm in. So went to the booth, just kind of finger banged one there at the booth. By the time I got to the live fire thing, it was closed that week. So I didn't get to shoot it. I've not shot one. But that said, I was actually really impressed with the trigger on it. I was kind of suspicious how good the trigger was going to be on a Series 80. But I was actually really impressed with that. Really liked the grip angle, how high you can get your hand on the grip on it and everything. Super excited. So fast forward to I watch his video today. Which when we're done here, wait till we're done. Don't go now and watch it. Wait till we're done. Go watch his review. He maybe like halfway through the video, he starts talking about the safety on it. Now, I've not heard of this issue with the gun, but I've not watched a whole lot of reviews on it. When if you are not putting pressure down on the safety and you fire that gun, so if you're shooting one-handed, like either hand you're shooting one-handed and you don't have your thumb on the safety, which a lot of people don't, or if you are kind of flagging your thumbs up, which I do a lot, and you don't have your thumbs down, you're pushing pressure on the safety. If you fire the HD, it flips the safety on. I was shocked. Like, I can't believe that they would really. It's like the whole point of the HD is for law enforcement. That's the only reason that gun exists. It's not a competition gun.
It's a duty gun.
It is a duty gun.
Yeah.
To have a duty gun that if you don't have perfect grip. So he said that he reached out to Staccato about it, and he said that their response was, "Well, you're not gripping it correctly. You need to be putting pressure on the safety." So this is where he went, but he grabbed 10 other guns, 10 other 2011s, brought them all out, shot them, each hand single-handed, both hand with his thumbs, clear the safeties. Yeah. Every single time, all those were fine. He said that he had 6 other people shoot the HD, and every one of them had the same issue with the safety as well. To me, that makes that gun. It removes it from any possibility of owning or shooting. That is,
I mean, especially for self-defense.
That's ridiculous.
If they fix it, it's all good. It is interesting. Unknown. Just asked, speak of safety, speaking on the Sig controversy going on, which has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Tim and I have talked about this to an extent. Like, my biggest issue with the whole Sig thing ultimately comes down to, it may not be a large percentage of the 320 population out there that has an issue, but to me, there is an issue. There's clearly an issue. No other gun is going off in holsters, and people are like, oh, well, they've got to be, being screwy with their gun going in and out of their holster. I'm like, but there's no other brand that is having this issue all the time. You're not seeing it with Glock. You're not seeing it with M&P. You're not seeing it with H&K. You're not seeing it with FN. None of these other brands are doing it. Only Sig, and it's only the 320. It's not the 365. It's not the 226. It's literally the 320 is the only one doing it. So regardless of whether it's a big percentage, there's some percentage that is having an issue. Whether that's 1%, 0.25%, whatever it is. To me, it's just unacceptable. I can't defend it. I would never suggest someone own one, and I'm genuinely not a fan of them. I've never been a fan of the 320 outside of the safety issues. I don't like the trigger. I'm not a big fan of Sig pistols. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Sig pistols. The 365 is a great gun. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like some of the way the trigger feels and everything. But the 320 at this point, I just don't know how you can make an argument to buy one right now. And Sig doubling down on it just seems like a bad move. I don't know.
Like,
so Grandum and the Sig Armor are both working on some very, very detailed content, they said, explaining what's going on in detail. And the Sig Armorer said he believes he's figured out the problem. And Grandum has a bunch of 320s. He posted that he has been talking to Sig engineers and non-Sig engineers, and he has a Sig 320 that went off in an Achilles heel class. Like everyone had their guns holstered, and he's talking, and boom, the gun went off. Yep. He has that actual gun, and I'm very interested to see what these two gentlemen have to say and if they've figured anything out.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Like, and maybe it is all made up, but I'm really struggling to think that there's not something to
there's
it.
something going on. Yeah, like there's somebody here. Austin's, says it's user error, but there are too many documented cases of a holster gun not being touched that are going off. To say that's user, because I was thinking the same thing at first. I'm like, guarantee people are putting aftermarket triggers in. They're doing bad jobs at it.
First, yeah.
Guarantee they're like bad holsters. They're fingering with their finger on the trigger. Guarantee it's user error. But at this point there are too many documented cases of guns just going off in holsters to err on that side anymore. Not saying that those aren't also happening, but
and like I said, it may only be 0.25% of the Sig 320s out there. What, Tib, the Sig 320's been out for 8 years, probably. I mean,
probably,
you've had one.
It's been a while.
You've had one for a long time. So there's thousands and thousands of them out there. So there's probably plenty that are just fine. But the issue is, how many aren't? The chances of you getting a bad one may be really small.
But here's the thing: if it's user error, why aren't people doing the same thing with other guns? Like Nate was saying, no M&Ps are in this discussion. Glock.
I think part of the problem is once you hear about one or two of them, then it makes a big deal, and you hear about all of them. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like if there's any malfunctions with the P320, everyone's going to hear about it.
Yeah. It's potential.
Yeah, I mean there are millions of them out there. I just think there is something with 320 because this isn't happening with M&Ps. This isn't happening with these other guns. This not even happening with other sticks.
That's what I'm saying.
So, like, if people are being stupid and doing dumb things or shooting themselves, they're doing it with all guns, not just a 320.
And I mean, we've seen things like, you guys remember the old Serpa holster, and there's multiple videos of people shooting themselves coming out of a Serpa holster, right? And that's 100% a user error issue. The holster wasn't necessarily doing that, but by a particular design, it could cause you to drop your finger into the trigger well and pull the trigger. That was a thing that was happening. There's issues. Like, not everything's perfect. And Sig, generally speaking, makes a great product. We know that. They've been around for a long time. The P226 was used for 30 years as the Naval Special Warfare primary pistol of choice. It's a great pistol. I don't like it, but like reliably wise, it's a great pistol. Sig makes a good product. The 365 had a little bit of a hiccup at the beginning, but you've been carrying a 365 in every, actually one of every form up until the X Macro.
I've had 2.
Oh, I thought you had the original too, didn't you?
The X. No, I never had the original. I had the XL.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
Okay.
the X Macro.
I thought you had the original 365, but you've had the original 365, Tib, and had that FCU for a long time. It's a
Yeah, I
great gun.
finally have a new one on the way because that FCU has well over 10,000 rounds, and yeah, just to be safe, I'm getting a fresh one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's one of those things. It's not a bash on Sig as a company. It's just that one particular design seems.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it does like they're just the engineer in me just. I could like to be countering my own argument. Just I have a hard time believing that the FCU and the 320 is that much different than the other ones that it's only happened in this. Yeah, I don't totally understand at all. I'm not even trying to pretend like I understand. So I just know that I'll never own one, and which I also wasn't gonna own one before all this. I don't really care for the 320 either, but I don't recommend them, and I know that there are more and more instructors out there that are banning them from their classes too. So, what's up, Dav?
Yeah, he asked what he missed, so he really only missed us talking about chicken. That was about it.
You missed us talking about chicken and 1911s and now 320s. It's been a pretty eventful, uneventful.
Depends on if any of this is interesting to you or not.
Interesting conversation.
Yeah. Vulcan 11C. I don't know what that is. I saw a video. That sounds cool. Is the Vulcan 11C another 2011 style pistol? I'm not sure. I mean, the amount, I will say, I'm going to go back because I think we've exhausted the 320 discussion at this point, and I don't know that we need to continue to harp on it. The amount of 2011 style pistols that are coming out right now is
it's a ton.
Yeah, everyone's jumping on that market, which actually is cool. I think
it's neat. Yeah, I'm all for it.
The Vulcan, Nate, is a $5,000, very nice looking 2011.
Okay, so it's another. Thanks, Austin. We appreciate that, buddy.
Appreciate
So it's something I won't I won't be buying, is what that means. But
it's a good looking gun. I've never held
sounds
one,
cool.
one, but it looks good.
You're in
Sandhawk, Alien,
yeah, all of that, which is super cool. Why does Loctite 242 so good?
Oh my goodness!
I'm concerned. You were eating glue when you were in grade school, weren't you, Jay?
Yeah, he's upgraded to Loctite now.
He's transitioned from glue to Loctite.
He wants to make sure his internals.
Like it's not even the knockoff.
No, it's real stuff. It's good. It's good thread locker.
Do you prefer like the blue or the red, dude? I'm curious if the flavor profile of one is different than the other.
Is it cherry versus blue raspberry?
Blue raspberry.
I'm going blue raspberry every time.
Every time.
I would hope strawberry.
Loctite over Chick-fil-A sauce. Brandon, get out of here.
Wow.
Now, like boutiques, I mean, yes, it's boutique just by price. I do wonder what kind of mags it takes, if it takes a standard 2011 mag or if it takes something differently.
It looks like it's a 2011 mag. I'll tell you in a second.
I feel here's the thing, like, because as I was watching the 1911 Syndicate video and he brings out all those 2011s, I couldn't even tell half of them apart from each other. They all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
So just bringing out another $5,000 2011 that looks just like all the other ones. I'm curious why. Like, what are you bringing to market? To me, a product either or both needs to be unique or at a price point that beats the competition. So I don't know if it looks the same and it costs the same as other things on the market. I'm just curious why would somebody go with that over a Sandhawk?
Well, yeah, maybe not over a Sandhawk, but I think if you want to look at like a Springfield 2011 and a Nighthawk 2011, from afar they may look similar, but as you know, the fit, the finish, the feel, the way they shoot, the performance is going to be different. Yeah. So will both send rounds downrange? Sure, but the Nighthawk is gonna feel and shoot a lot nicer.
Warden has at least this much chicken talk before we get there, but I actually do have a question. So MJM, I just want to make sure I understand. So the 11 round extended Wilson 1911 mag, that's a 45? And when you say a polymer HK 17 round mag, do you mean that the gun is polymer? I assume that's what you mean. If it's a polymer gun, and is it a 45 or a 9mm? For the Wilson 1911 mag, see you, Austin. Have a good day. For the Wilson 1911 mag, if it's 45, you're going to need a large regular. With the
mag is polymer. I've never seen a polymer mag outside of.
So the real question then, with the mag being polymer, MJM, is does it have a steel liner? Because if it doesn't have a steel liner, you're not going to be able to use a NeoMag with it. I'm not familiar with that particular mag. Glock mags have a steel liner. So I'm sorry, back to what I was saying. Your 1911 mag is going to need a large standard NeoMag. And then if your polymer mag has a steel liner in it, you're probably going to want a type G medium, is what you're going to be looking for that particular
What
product.
HK pistol has a polymer magazine?
That's what I'm trying.
HK handgun has a polymer magazine.
I'm not sure. I didn't know that was a thing. So, but that's what you're looking for. USP 9. Interesting. Okay. Yep.
I want to look that up.
Everyone's looking stuff up.
Yeah, I didn't realize the USP 9 is.
If it's an ETS mag, because someone just commented it's an ETS HK mag, then it will not work.
It looks like there's no.
It will not work with the NeoMag. No, good. You're good, MGM. That's actually it's a product question. That's one of the reasons that we do these, so we can answer your questions. But yeah, if it does not have a steel liner, it will not work with the NeoMag. It has nothing to magnet to, nothing for it to magically be attracted to, because nobody knows how magnets work. It's magic.
Only Greg. Greg's the only one.
So, but
Yeah,
no.
look at that polymer magazine. I didn't even know it.
That's interesting.
Someone did ask a question. How much chicken talk do we have to listen to before we get the 20% off promo code?
Well,
it's going up right now.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Greg just pinned the message, everybody. So if you are an insider and you want to save 20% off, use NM Save 20 for the next 36-ish hours. Actually, on top of that, we are doing our 10-year anniversary NeoMag sale right now. So if you add a NeoMag to your cart, you're going to get 10% off that NeoMag, regardless of whether you're an insider or not. That's just going to be active. You will not get another additional 20% off the NeoMag, I don't think, with this code. But anything else on the website right now, you'll get 20% off using NeoMag or NM Save 20 for the next 36 hours if you're an insider. If you're not an insider, join the insiders because this will not work for you.
Make sure you log into your account. If you don't have one, click on that pop-up that comes up on the website and sign up for insiders. And then you can use it. You're also, when you sign up, you get a 15% off discount code. So you actually are going to have two codes at hand, and there's an NeoMag sale going on. It's
a good week for y'all.
It's a great week.
You are very generous, Greg.
I know. I've not done sales in years, and we're like, you know what? Let's have some fun.
LRAC, the left-hand beltless receivers will be back in stock after this live is over. I will go fix that as soon as I'm back in my office.
Any updates on belts?
They just went back in stock today. The belts showed up with UPS. Well, I will make sure that website says that. I updated it in our inventory, but we'll see if the website updated that as well.
Hey, Mike, if you're listening, include that in the email Friday.
Def, I guess it's at least a bucket's worth. Brandon bought a tray from Tad back when they first dropped.
Nice. Those are some of my favorite trays.
That's pretty cool. Over here. Brandon, if you're a fan of Tad, keep an eye out on their website. We're going to be sending them some more product here soon.
Also, check out our new rigs. It's our rifle integrated grip system.
There you go.
Check those out. They will help route wires and give you more grip, and you can use them as a sling point and stuff on your rifle for M-lock. Go check those out.
Wow. So which one are you Uncle Fester, Tim? Because the one and only Nicole said, "Who's that bearded Uncle Fester?"
I like
Wow, Uncle Fester.
That was good.
Nicole's my favorite.
That kind of hurt Nicole a little bit.
I feel like she must either know you.
What's the name? The one and only Nicole. I don't know. Bearded Uncle Fester. Ouch. Nate, how many left? Do you want me to put those left belt lists back in stock? I'm on the website.
Let me do it from my end because I'll do it from Finale.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate
Never mind.
I'll do it from Finale.
Okay.
But yes,
Fester.
it's okay. I still love you, even though Nicole apparently does not.
It's okay. She's just jealous of the KFC awesomeness.
Awesome. Glad you found us, Will.
Well, thanks, Will. Appreciate it, man.
Huge CZ fan. We are too.
Yeah.
Well, Nate was. He doesn't have any anymore.
I mean, I still like CZ. I don't have any issue with CZ.
You liked him so much you sold them all.
I did, but that's because I like M&P better. sorry, Will. I like M&P better. Tim hates M&P, but no, CZ's
I
great.
don't hate M&P.
Now the question is, what is your favorite CZ? If you're a CZ fan, in the comments, what's your favorite CZ pistol?
There's so many choices. Go Shadow.
So
the big Shadow 2, the orange one.
I really want to shoot the new Shadow 2 compact.
Yeah.
Then have you had that big tip?
Just at the NRA show, I played around with it. I haven't actually shot it.
Is that shirt urban camo?
Somewhere it is.
I think so.
In the right neighborhood, it is.
In hell.
Steven just said that the KFC stock went up the last hour. I will say, I do think the Shadow, what is Shadow 2? Whatever it is that's a steel. That's a full steel one, right? Like that thing. Yeah. I got to shoot Ryan's when he was at the range with us. It's a smooth shooting gun. That is a cool gun. I don't know how much those cost. I don't know if those are expensive or not, but that's a nice pistol.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
I would like anything lubed with KFC chicken grease to answer your question.
We don't get many of those.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, if it's just the number one, I just unzip.
Yep.
Underneath.
Use the fly hole.
If it's the two, depends on the bathroom, really.
Yeah, it depends on which I get nervous about this because I'm afraid to leave it. But if I can, if there's somewhere to set it that's out of view, I prefer to take it off and set it.
Yep.
Now the entire time I'm there, I'm like, watch.
Look at the gun. So don't lose the gun.
That's why I don't forget it because I'm terrified of like walking away from it.
A lot of times, just set it kind of in my underoos.
Yep. That's the other thing I'll do is I'll just tuck it inside of my pants, my underwear.
Yeah. So it doesn't ever actually leave your belt. It just
there's no way to forget it then.
Or you just take it out and you hold it in your teeth the whole time.
Well, it helps when you're having trouble. It's like
you get something to bite down on. You're grunting one out.
You're gonna break right through that polymer grip.
Another option you had, you could carry you could have an Alias magnetic receiver with you at all times.
Magneted to the stall.
Put
your Alias on it
and click your holster into it.
You know how many magnetic Alias receivers would be lost in that scenario? They'd be all over the place.
What if it was a 320 and you were biting down on it?
So make sure it's pointed in the same direction.
That's all. That would be bad. I will say, in the right bathroom, a baby changing table can make a nice surface to lay your stuff out, depending on what you're doing. Or, hey, you know what? You could just carry in a bag.
Somebody just said fanny pack carry.
There you go.
For the win.
So for all those people that despise bag carry, easier to use the bathroom. Boom, roasted.
We have a bundle coming out next week. We'll show you guys more next week. It's going to help you. Yep, next.
Oh, it is next Friday.
Next Friday, we're gonna drop a new bundle that'll help you with that. Next month we have another product that will make that a little more convenient. What if you
wait? Is it? I think it's July.
July for the.
Yeah.
Dang it! I don't want to wait that long.
Well, we've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of new things that's coming out. I want to release all of them now because I'm excited about all of them. I think you guys are gonna like all of them, but the capacity to release that many new products is insane.
Guys, we have a new product of some sort basically every month. Some months we have multiple. We try to have a custom shop and a bundle too. So keep an eye on the website. Our current thing right now is our NeoMag 10-year anniversary sale. So 10% off NeoMag if you add it to your cart. But next week we got a bundle hitting you. The week after that is a new product. Oh man, I can't think of it on the schedule off my head. So next week is a bundle. Week after that is a new product.
Yep.
The week after that is
I don't have anything the
custom shop.
first week. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Next
keep
month's
Next month, there's some exciting things in the next month.
June's gonna be packed. We have a lot of new stuff coming up.
And you're gone a lot of it.
I'm gone.
I mean, meaning like not a lot, but
more than usual. Somebody to confirm the Alias and Core Essentials bundle. The belt is one size only.
Yes. So when you get the belt, well, the cool part when you open your belt, there's actually going to be sizes on the inside of the belt, and then you cut the belt down to whatever size you want. Yeah, you should be able to show it on there, right? Get up close. So I don't remember how big it gets.
You can see there's numbers.
It's 55, something like that.
This.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I don't remember.
You just cut it down
to whatever size you want, and then you slide your belt buckle on, and you're good to go from there. Core belt's super cool like that. So it is one size.
Then the receiver slides on. You may have to kind of fit this down on your belt to get it to fit. You want it to slide, but not really rotate. This one's pretty loose. You don't want it to rotate much.
Mr. M, I'm going to say Ostrich. I'm sure that's not how you say your name. For P365 Legion Mag, you're going to want a medium, regular, standard medium NeoMag. Any hints to the TAD drop?
It's a tack trap.
Tack trap. And NeoMag.
And NeoMag.
But they're different than they've ever had before.
Yes.
So I'll tell you that. Don't get smoked by dad wearing a fanny pack. Clearly deaf.
Especially while on the bowl.
That's true. I was gonna say you saw the short. CZ75D compact. That's a great gun. CZ75 is a great gun.
Mm-hmm. The whole series, anything built off that series is fantastic.
So Brandon, you have a tack trap then? Because the tack trap is my favorite product, hands down. That is my most used, most abused.
It's my favorite product because at one point this guy laughed at me.
I will own it.
When I showed him the tack trap.
I will own the fact that I thought it was a stupid product.
It's my favorite because it went from the most hated to the most loved.
I didn't hate it. That's not how I describe it. I was just like, this seems stupid. That is much different than I hate this and this is the worst.
Isn't it nice when he says I was wrong?
Say like I don't know why that matters. If you tell me I look stupid, but
I didn't say I hate it.
You might as well tell me that you hate me.
That's it. Wow. Your ego was so tied to the tack trap that I hate you when I said it looked stupid. Wow.
I guess I'm the favorite now, Nate.
I didn't say you hated me.
No, that is what you just said, though.
No, I was trying to use another analogy. It was like if you were to tell me that I'm ugly, you might as well tell me that you hate me. If you say that you hate,
you said you're ugly.
If you said that
I've actually said that before.
Oh, that's true. And I can't argue with that. But all right, I can use another tack trap. You can always use another tack trap.
Oh, cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support.
We should do another on one of these lives. We should do another. It's been a while since we've done like an alias
run through.
We should do an alias run through.
Ouch, shots fired.
Well,
you
we've known each other long enough.
What you guys don't understand is that Greg and I have known each other for like 20 years, literally.
You can talk more. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I've known you longer than that. You're too little to know me.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been friendly for 20 years, is what I would say.
Yeah,
I would use that.
I don't want to be friendly with you when you're a little.
Yeah, that's true. He's old.
Yeah. So come back next week.
Easy there, Nate.
KFC boy is even older.
So he's more gray. So
that's true.
Come back next week. See our new bundle that we're releasing. Very excited about that. We may or may not tease some new products. Then maybe we can maybe tease a new product that we're dropping the following Friday. But please keep coming back. The end of June, as long as everything
works out.
We have a huge product drop coming the end of June. So just keep coming back to these. We're giving you guys the first look at all these things, and we're happy to do so. So go use that code Insiders. Log into Insiders. Watch that. Go use that. Also, now you can go watch the HD review.
Yeah, go watch that from 1911 Syndicate. Daff, we don't actually have an official question of the day. If you go back and watch, we talk about chicken.
Yeah, we kind of
started kind of our question of the day.
We didn't really have new products. We didn't have any product stuff to talk about or to show you guys today, so we just kind of spent today really doing dumb questions.
Sneaks not today. We'll do sneak peek another time. Brandon, Beltless is awesome. We might have stuff coming for Beltless. Keep an eye out. Stuff is potentially coming. Who knows? Maybe something new. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Tib, thanks for joining us. Go check out Tib's YouTube channel. Want to give him a shout out?
Yeah, it's Tiberius Give on Instagram and on YouTube. Gun gear, silliness, stuff like that.
And KFC KFC tracksuits.
Yeah, I'm wearing this to the range this weekend, so you're gonna see a whole bunch of this on Instagram.
Yes, Stephen, the product that Greg is talking about, as long as timelines line up right, will be released at GunCon. You will actually get to see it in person at GunCon. So if you guys are in Ohio and are going to come to GunCon, you will see in person the release. It will actually, I think, officially release on the website the day before, but you will actually be able to get your hands on it the day at GunCon. So as a heads up, if you're going to GunCon, the release at the end of June will be in your hands if you want it at GunCon. So
we'll give you guys more information on that
as we get closer.
So because that 25th we won't be here. To do our video. So the 18th we'll probably give you guys a heads up on that.
That's right.
So
Cryptech KFC, I like it.
Done and done.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Thank you so much.
Later, guys.
We'll see you next time.